It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the only fun Survivor podcast. It's not official like Jeff Probst. It's fun, though, unlike Jeff Probst. Sorry, Jeff. My name is Jake Scheidel. Each week I ask my best friend, Thomas Powell, if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it going today?
I like that we're taking shots at Jeff early. I think this might be a theme for this episode.
Yeah, bring back themes. Shooting at Jeff.
Yeah, that's right. Jeff's got one of those little laser sights on him. It's coming from us.
Yes.
Pew pew. I'm doing good, Jake. I had a little too much fun last night, but I'm a trooper and I'm ready to talk about Survivor.
I love that. Well, let me just ask you straight up then, Thomas. Did you watch Survivor 45 last night?
Dudes will step to you with a corny line, asking for your name, saying what's your sign.
I certainly did, if by last night you mean this morning, but that's neither here nor there.
You know what's funny about the premise of the setup of the show? I was genuinely going to ask you if you watched it last night or this morning, because I know you were having a famous Jack Black hangover.
Yeah, I feel like now when I have a hangover, like when I wake up, I just like wake up and I'm pretty alert. I'm very alert to the pain that I'm feeling. So I was like, I woke up with plenty of time to watch it and I was locked in.
That's smart. That's really smart because it's really engaging and there's a lot of nice stuff to look at. Wildlife shots, scenery, hot people like D. Oh, Thomas, wait until I tell you about how hot D is.
Oh my God! Well, you're talking about Hot D from Crazy Taxi, of course, but
yeah, of course. That's who we've been talking about this whole time. No.
Yeah. Do we want to? I know that it's going to come up later, but like, does somebody on the Survivor production team have a foot fetish?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems that way. I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah,
team's pretty big.
That was definitely the impression that I got.
Well, what did you think of this week's episode title, which was The Thorn in My Thumb?
I thought it was great.
That is a really good title. Where did it come from? I don't remember anybody saying that.
It was about Bruce. Bruce is the Thorn.
Good call. The tribe name, the merged tribe name is Daku Waka. Did you see that?
No, I did not see that.
Yeah.
Daku Waka, okay.
Daku Waka, Dakuwaqa. Do you know what that is?
I do not.
It's a shark god that protects Fiji.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. Cough, cough. That's how sick it is. Imagine a shark god with a cold. So this is maybe...
So I'm imagining it right now. That's why I didn't react to that.
Maybe a stupid question, but can sharks get colds?
Yes.
Any animal can get a cold. It's cold season. Caleb tells everybody that he appreciates everyone's respect. What? Okay, sure. How did you feel about Caleb surviving last week?
I felt pretty good, but it was like, all right, well, we'll see how this one goes. Mm-hmm. I was kind of hoping that maybe they would, some of the heat would be off at that point, and people would move on to other targets.
This is Al Pacino's Survivor now. The heat is on. I guess that movie's not called The Heat, is it? It's just called Heat?
No, it's just called Heat. Heat is on.
Heat is on. The Heat is on The Heat is, I want to say, a Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy movie that nobody saw.
Yeah, they're like cops or whatever in it, I think. But yeah, or you could say, is Jimmy Butler playing on national television because the heat is on?
Yes, good stuff. Bruce questions Katurah about voting for Caleb in front of some Reba people. Not good, Bruce. Not a good move. People didn't like this.
I feel like Bruce, are you familiar with in the Fallout games, there'll, like, when you talk to people, it'll give you prompts in the upper right hand that'll be like, so-and-so liked this, or like
sure.
so-and-so hated this. I feel like with Bruce, there's a meme of this that I use a lot, which is just one of the prompts you can get is everyone hated that. And I feel like Bruce gets a lot of that.
That's Bruce every episode, 100%.
Yep. Everyone hated that.
Kendra thinks he's becoming harder to work with now that he's creating this riff with Katura. Love Kendra, obviously. Kendra's the best. Katura then tries to recruit Caleb and take out Brunkle Bruce. Love this plan. Would love to see this plan come to fruition, no?
Absolutely.
So Kendra and Kelly agree to blindside him. Emily tells Caleb that he has the numbers now, but that's a lie. Can you believe this? Emily
What the?
Kelly,
I don't understand. Like, what the fuck Emily is doing?
she's Charlie Sheen winning.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're gonna get. I think this is the kind of thing that. Well, I guess it didn't really matter in this instance with her and Caleb's relationship because they didn't end up in the same tribal. But like,
Oh my god.
She's got no fucking loyalty.
Yeah, well, that's the game. That's the name of the game. It's the name of the shame.
You gotta have some loyalty.
You gotta have it hustle, loyalty, and respect, even.
Yes.
Now that John Cena's not wrestling anymore, I think we should probably get him on Survivor. Jonathan?
John Cena hosting Survivor. What about that?
I would love to see that. He's got hosting capabilities. He does that Wipeout show.
Oh, he'd do great. And he, of course, hosted our favorite show.
Oh, God. I forgot about that. I forgot that show existed. Let's not bring it up again. Austin has a fully fledged idol now. Pretty exciting stuff. I've yet to see Austin in my hometown of Chicago, Illinois. Well, that's probably because I don't go to college campuses often.
Yeah. Still keeping an eye out, though.
You got to keep an eye out for anybody who's from your hometown. That's just a motive. What am I trying to say?
2 Chicago boys, born and raised.
That's right. I was born and raised in Chicago. Everybody knows that. Sifu and Uncle Bruce have a scrap. What does that mean? They fought? They physically fought?
Yeah, they were. Sifu, I think, was demonstrating some sort of martial arts shit, and then Bruce was demonstrating like football stuff to Sifu.
This is how you steal signs. I have a friend named
Yeah,
Connor Stallions.
he was like,
he's half horse.
Here's what you got to do. You need to put on a fake goatee. You need to put on sunglasses. You need to sneak in to Central Michigan's stadium.
Not hard to do.
The fun's just beginning.
When I attended Central Michigan University approximately 10 to 15 years ago, whenever that was, don't do math, my roommates and I found our way onto that stadium's field one night, at midnight or something after some party. We went to Walmart, got a tray of cheese and crackers, and the gate was just open to the stadium. So we walked in, sat on the 50-yard line, and fucked around until a groundskeeper came in, noticed us, closed the gate, and then called the cops.
Closing the gate is smart. That's
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, I fucked up." And then this cop was questioning us, why are you here? Why aren't you out drinking? And we're like, "Sir, we're 18 years old. We would never drink an alcohol. We just fuck around on the 50-yard line because we're children."
I would go into an open stadium.
I would certainly trespass.
Eat some cheese and crackers.
Yeah, it was a great night, though. So that's my experience with stealing of signs, same way Brunkle Bruce did with Sifu. Caleb asked Jake about Brunkle Bruce. My opinion is he sucks and everybody hates him.
Yeah. He, it's a combination of being annoying and being, very stubborn and mean a lot of the time also.
Brunkle Bruce and Caleb have what Caleb calls the most difficult conversation he's ever had to have.
Yeah, also condescending, also very condescending.
Incredibly condescending. Can't wait to see him get third place.
Yeah, the thing with him though that's especially frustrating is because he's definitely not stupid. He is extremely paranoid at all times also. So it's just you have to walk on eggshells around him.
Which doesn't make sense to me why he would be paranoid. He's already done better than he did his first time around. We're all happy that he successfully made it through the pre-merge and now the merge. Like, you don't need to be paranoid anymore. You're doing great. You're doing great, Uncle Bruce. We're all proud of you.
Yeah. He's paranoid and doesn't listen to anyone and does the Boston Rob thing where, like, he will not take suggestions and just sort of, like, assigns things for other people to do and gets really fucking offended if you don't go along with it.
Yeah.
So, like, I like that people are like, yeah, I'll play with Bruce. You know, it's like I can shine him on for a little bit. And then everyone that does that is like, or it's just like, you know, he could be like, you know, he seems committed to an alliance. Like, I'd be fine with that. And then within an episode or two, everyone is like, I can't fucking do this anymore. Like, this is the worst thing that I've ever had to do.
And that's why I think he's going to make it to third, because everybody knows nobody's going to vote for him at the end.
Well, he's got an idol too, and it's going to be such a pain in the ass. If you make him burn it, he's going to be so annoying.
I can't wait to see what happens with this idol. I don't know. I don't know what would be most satisfying with that. Like, either he misplays
I think
it.
if you manage to successfully blindside him, that's probably what it is. But
yeah, I guess so. Jake is still trying to keep all of Bello together with Lulu to take out the remaining Reba's McIntyre. Good plan.
Jake was making fucking money moves this episode. I liked Jake before, but I think he's like a very strategic player. He's got some juice for sure.
Jake's got the juice, just like me introducing myself in third grade. And we're going to a picnic to introduce ourselves. And what is everybody bringing to the picnic, Thomas? What are you bringing to the picnic? It has to start with a TH.
I think I was bringing tacos.
Tacos. Tom's tacos. I obviously was bringing juice, and if I have to use an adjective, I would say jubilant. Jovial, even.
I think I would say tiramisu sometimes if I was, like, feeling really, you know, like I was feeling kind of zany.
Yeah.
If I was feeling random.
We did, in fact, go to school in the 2000s. Everybody was feeling so random back then. Everybody's super cool now and chill. Nobody's random anymore. No more Club Penguin. Everybody's on X, where there are specific rules. Okay, what about this immunity challenge? They have to hold on to a pole. It's a classic challenge. Everybody wins it. Everybody loves it.
Yep, it's good. There's some stuff that's not so good about it though, and that's the fun twist that Jeff got to throw into this.
Jeffrey has decided to break up the merged tribe into two new tribes.
Everyone's favorite thing, to have a fake merge, to have like a dumb pre-merge thing, and then when everyone gets to the merge, go. And actually, we're gonna have two tribal councils. And actually, the team that loses, I can just imagine Jeff being like, "That's not enough stakes. We need to have more stakes to it." And the stakes are always negative. They have to be punitive. So one person's not getting on the jury from this. Why do they want so few people on the jury? What the fuck are they doing?
I don't know. I don't get it at all. Like, just do a second tribe swap in place of this mergatory thing that you're obsessed with. Make the 3 tribes 2 tribes for 2 or 3 tribal councils. One person joins the jury, then you officially merge, and then that person's on the jury throughout the entire merge so they can see everything. And then it's just classic Survivor after that. Stop breaking people up. What is this, Figtails after the show?
It's supposed to be about bringing people together, not about dividing them.
Yes, we're stronger together, Jeff Probst. This is what we need to do. All of the Survivor podcasts need to come together in unity and say, Jeff, stop with the mergatory. Bring back putting 3 tribes into 2 tribes. We'll work on the wording, you know? This is not my strong suit.
We need to tell Jeff why he sucks. We could all shout, "This is why you suck" at him.
Jeff, this is why you suck. Because you're overcomplicating the merge. The merge is supposed to be so straightforward. That's not true. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's a big deal. And you keep, like, diluting it into nothing. So now we lose Caleb and Sifu, who are 2 of the biggest characters on the show. For why? Because no one knows where to hide or whatever you like to say now? Stupid. Anyway, there's 2 immunity winners now, and the winners get tacos at the sanctuary. Thomas, were you at the sanctuary?
I was. I brought those tacos.
So there's separate tribal councils. We already said it's stupid. Kelly wins immunity for the blue tribe. D for the
Yeah,
red
there was a
tribe.
lot of close-ups of feet in this one, which, granted, it's a big part of how you're keeping your balance on the poles or whatever. But I wonder if there's someone in production that's like, "Hey, when are we doing the foot challenge?" You mean the pole one? Yeah, the foot challenge.
Yeah, when are we bringing back the foot challenge?
Licking their lips.
I just looked it up, and it actually says this episode was guest directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, but there was a lot of close-ups of Dee's feet. A lot of D toe close-ups.
Yeah, Dee attributes her win to her big toes, and her team gets to go to the sanctuary where good things happen. Jeff loves to say that, too. The sanctuary where good things happen. Stop making the sanctuary try to happen. Stop trying to make the sanctuary happen. What's the line from Mean Girls?
Yeah, stop trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah, but in this case, Fetch is
Stop trying to make sanctuary happen.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like the like sanctuary where good things happen or whatever kind of sounds like something that there's a line that I think that's really similar to that in Fire Coming Out of a Monkey's Head, like Dennis Hopper talking about Jeff is like, you don't want to make the island called Monkey. You don't want to make it erupt because you have to mine everything.
I loved Demon Days. It was a great album, speaking of the mid-2000s, and it really spoke to me. Whatever. I hated that song, though.
You don't like Fire Coming Out of a Monkey's Head?
It
Not that you don't like
me
Dennis
out
Hopper?
as a kid.
It's supposed to.
Once upon a time, at the foot of a great mountain, there was a town where the people known as happy folk lived. Okay, Dennis, whatever. Their very existence a mystery to the rest of the world, obscured as it was by great clouds. Here they played out their peaceful lives, innocent of the litany of excess and violence that was growing in the world below. I mean, this does sound nice. To live in harmony with the spirit of the mountain called Monkey was enough. Then one day, strange folk arrived in the town. This feels like unobtainium. Happy folk and strange folk. They came in camouflage, hidden behind dark glass, but no one noticed them. They only saw shadows. You see, without the truth of the eyes, the happy folk were blind. And then 2D sings. Then Dennis Hopper comes back. In the time, the strange folk found their way to the higher reaches of the mountain, and it was beautiful. Found caves of unimaginable sincerity and beauty. By chance, they stumbled
That's
upon...
what it is. The caves of unimaginable sincerity and beauty. That's where Jeff sends you to,
Yes, okay, yeah.
to go eat tacos.
I would love that. If the sanctuary, where there was actually rewards in a cave of unimaginable sincerity and beauty, a little season called Survivor Wild West, available at survivorwildwest.tumblr.com probably. The strange folk, they converted the jewels in the caves above all things. Converted. That doesn't make sense.
I think they were converting them also. So
To gold. Began to mine the mountain, fueling the chaos of their own world. Happy folk slept restlessly, their dreams invaded by shadowy figures. Okay. I get it, but, what's the point? Why is it on the album, Just fell out of place. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the Gorillaz 2005 album, Demon Days. I like the ones that are chill and normal from the late 2000s. Early 2010s?
that's true. I do. I am a Plastic Beach guy. That is my preferred Gorillaz album.
Plastic Beach, top notch. The one...
it's not so top notch though.
What's that?
This bullshit split tribal shit that Jeff gets defensive about on the show now.
Jeff is too defensive about this show, honestly. The way he talks about Adam Klein's, audition coaching is so ridiculous. He's too protective of this show. We like the show. Jeff. Just do the show
Jeff
normal.
needs to take less ownership of the show.
Yeah. You
as he's gotten more involved, it's gotten more annoying.
They came out with a perfect show in 2000, and I think Jeff just got bored at some point and is trying to mess with it. It's like the two things has come out of changing things up on Survivor. The hidden immunity idol in season 11, which they didn't even perfect until like 13 or 14. And then the knowledge is power like 30 seasons later. Those are the only two things that are good. That's my take. Bring back Richard.
Yeah, there's... Yep. Yo, okay, I'm not going to go that far.
Bring back
All right.
BB. Bring back Rudy. Bring back Sue.
Well, there's a problem with that one, but
Bring
we
back
won't get into
Colleen.
that.
Bring back Greg. Honestly, bring back Greg. It's been too long since we've seen him. At the sanctuary, Julie is now paranoid that people want to vote her out. Why? Where did this come from?
I mean, she's not wrong though.
Yeah.
Like, I think she rightfully is like, I am kind of on the bottom. Like, I'm an easier vote. I mean, obviously they can't vote D, but it's a way to get at D, who people recognize is going to be like a power player in the game.
That makes
It's like
sense.
you can take out one of her closest allies.
Yeah, that makes sense. Jake wants to keep Caleb around as a shield. Me too. I think that's a good move from Jake's perspective.
I thought so too. I thought he was doing a very good job of setting it up. Also,
Yeah. Too bad. At the losers camp, Kelly feels bad about killing someone's dream. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess. I have nothing more to say about that.
yeah. I mean, that's the game, you know.
Yeah, sorry to sorry. Drew wants to play his safety without power, but he left it at the other beach. Ay, Drew. You never know what to expect.
This has got to stop happening. This is the thing too, right? Is like all of this bullshit, because this happened with Matt also.
Yeah, and then Matt got voted out. Yep. Everybody should be on the same beach if they're merged. Jeff, what
Yeah,
is the point of the
it's
merge
fucking
then?
bullshit.
What is the point of
This
the
is
merge
so-
if you send them back to a beach
it's-
with nothing?
Yeah, they keep being like, you're merged, and then it's like, guess what? For 3 straight weeks, you're not actually merged.
Yeah.
I hate you. I'm Jeff Probst.
Half of you get a merge feast. Like, just give that half a nice meal for their reward. It's the same
Jeff
thing.
Probst is punishing the kids.
Oh, God, it's so weird. Kendra tells him she wants Bruce out. Drew. But Brunkle Bruce is on to her. I don't like Brunkle Bruce. I know we keep saying it, but just go already.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm of two minds on this one because I think he is a compelling villain, but like, yeah, I think I'm done with him. I think
Yes.
I just want to see them. I want to see them take him out.
I appreciate a good villain. Obviously, you need a good villain to, for the heroes to fight. But being annoyed isn't my favorite way of being villainous.
No, he's a lot. He's a whole lot, and I would be willing to excuse it more if he was just like eccentric. But he also seems like an asshole. So like, it's not a lot of fond feelings for Brunkle Bruce.
No, sir.
On this podcast.
Back on Dooku Waka, Austin and Dee discuss taking out Caleb. Julie and Jake agree. I mean, it makes sense. He's a huge threat, But Jake doesn't want to be told what to do. I related to this hard because, I hate to be told what to do, and also my name is Jake, too.
This is Jake representation.
It matters. Caleb wants to tell Katura about Bruce's idol. Austin doesn't want to be a target. Okay. And then they do a flash forward to illustrate Jake's plan. Isn't that good? Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I liked this.
I was like, what is this? Lost season 6?
Jake's like, we have to go back.
Yeah, we have to go back to present day.
Oh, you know what? Isn't Jack from Boston?
That's a really good question. I genuinely don't remember. No, Jack
He's a
is
Red
from
Sox
Los
fan,
Angeles.
remember? Oh, he is? Why is he a Red Sox fan then?
Because he's an asshole.
Okay. Maybe Christian is. Maybe Christian Shepherd is from Boston.
That would make sense. Speaking of Jack Shepherd, I recently watched a film he's in known as Speed Racer. Ever seen it?
Oh, yeah, that movie kicks ass.
Yeah. I genuinely didn't realize it was Jack Shepherd under that mask until he revealed himself, and I probably should have, because he has a very distinct
Racer
voice.
X, baby.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
I was like, yeah, of course,
You
that's
got
Jack.
some of that really good, like glassy-eyed, emotional Matthew Fox acting. Once he took the mask off, I was like, oh yeah,
Love Matthew Fox, my favorite actor from
looking like
Lost.
you're about to cry. That's Matthew Fox acting.
Never quite crying. So Caleb tells Katura about Brunkle Bruce's idol. People say on the internet, was this a good move by Caleb? Well, I guess clearly not, right?
Yeah, I guess not. This is the biggest. It's just one of those things that, like, this just didn't. I don't know how you could have anticipated that this would go the way that it did. People normally like to be told information that could be useful to them later in the game. People generally value that as a sign of trust.
Yeah, but I think it was the way in which Katura learned this information that bothered her. Like, she was like, why didn't I know about this 2 weeks ago with everybody else? I guess not 2
Yeah, I
weeks
get
ago, but
that.
you know what I mean.
But, like, they're telling you now. Like, the best time for them to have told you was 2 weeks ago, but the next best time is now, and they have a common goal with you. Like, this is the thing I don't understand about this, is, like, everybody is turning on Bruce, including his closest allies. That you want Bruce gone.
Yeah.
You should probably keep the people around that you know that are going to vote Bruce out. So I guess maybe, it's like the fact that they were willing to cover for Bruce before. Maybe you think that you can't trust, but, like, it's pretty obvious everybody's fed up with him. So I don't understand this. I think it's also this is the thing that I really don't understand about it. There's no certainty on the other end of the move that you're making there either. That's what I don't get about it, is you're not playing with the people that you voted with.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I think in Katura's mind, there's not a sure thing with the bellows she has supposedly been with this entire time either, because she was the last to learn about this, and now she knows about Bruce's idol, and she doesn't have to worry about Caleb working against her, and she probably recognizes.
But okay, but this is what I don't get, though, is Caleb has never been working against her. Like, this is the thing that I don't like.
Could.
Jake, I get, because Jake is closer with Bruce, but, like, Caleb has been trying to find the right time to get Bruce out, and, like, they've had a shared sort of hatred of him. So I don't know. I mean, it's like I get what, like, we have more information than she does, but I don't know. This just seemed like the other thing that I thought about this was, well, the certainty that you have is that the vote against Caleb is going to result in him going out, as opposed to, I think Jake's plan is really good, because I think that they probably could have gotten Austin to cave, but it's going to require, like, a lot of conflict, and maybe you don't want to, be involved in that too early. So I kind of get it from that perspective too, but I think it just being like, okay, they both told me about this, and just being like literally saying to the camera, like, well, I'm going to play emotionally about this. It's like, I don't like when people do that on Survivor.
Wait, what? You don't like when people play emotionally on Survivor, but you also hate game bots. I think that there's a balance to be struck, but I think straight up just being like, I'm doing this because I'm mad is not really. I don't care for that kind of gameplay. I'm doing this because I'm a mother against drunk driving.
Yeah.
That's what she should have said. What do you think of this quote from Caleb? The quantity of options is not as important as the quality. I feel like that quote would have held more weight had he not been voted out after this.
True, yeah. I mean, apparently you didn't have either of them, but this is, and again, like, this is also, like, Katura's going to play her game. I obviously have a vested interest in Caleb staying in. One, because I like him, and two, because I picked him post-merge.
Yeah.
So I'm going to root for him to stay in, and my opinions are going to be shaped around that. But I feel bad it's always a bummer when somebody plays the game too well, basically, and everyone catches it's a bummer because you want to see more of it, but I guess that's part of the game is not appearing to be too good.
Watch in season 46, they break into 3 tribes of 4 at the final 12 and have to do a fire making challenge for each of them. So Caleb doesn't get voted out.
I would love if every single tribal council was a fire making challenge among every single person, and there were 3 different tribal councils every week.
Look,
and 3 people got eliminated.
Fire represents your life, and tribal council is where you build fire, obviously. And that's what we need to do in the future of Survivor, because it's about building a society, actually, and there's nowhere to hide from fire when you really think about it. So I'm with Jeff, 46, all fire-making challenges every week. It's the most exciting part of the show.
I think it would be a good bit if you did a whole season of Survivor where they didn't say at the beginning, you won't be voting, you'll be doing fire making, but every single tribal council, Jeff's we're doing something a little different this time. Now, normally, you'd be casting votes, but instead, and he just acts like it's the first time he's done it every single time.
It's a good bit. I wish Jeff did more bits.
This is unprecedented in the history of Survivor.
For the first time
the 10th
ever.
straight time they've done it.
I would love to see that, obviously. Really good idea. I think they should do it like they do in the challenge where the top 2 vote getters or whatever go into elimination, but elimination is just fire making now. Caleb and whoever got the other vote have to just go into fire making then. It's just an idea, Jeff. I don't know. It's a lot of ideas I got. Okay. Sifu thinks he's the target even though everybody is targeting Uncle Bruce. So now Kelly and Kendra consider Sifu. But Drew is still considering Bruce. Okay. So that's what's happening on that beach. You want to talk about these wildlife shots?
Yeah, what about them?
Well, they happened. We had dolphins, we had Roland's the bat, and we had the Gould's petrel. Who do you think the Gould's petrel is named after?
A spooky ghost.
It was actually, well, I suppose in a way you're right, because it's named after an 1800s English ornithologist named John Gould. And by this time, he would be John Gould, you're right, because he's so old and a ghost.
Oh, I thought it was ghouls, not Gould.
Gould, G-U-O-L-D.
I'm still in October mindset.
No, it's November now, bro.
Are you saying November has come? Another Demon Days reference.
Oh, good one. They're a...
You seem really happy about it.
Yeah, my favorite Gorillaz album. Humility. What's the one that has humility on it?
I think that is the Now.
Yeah, I liked that one. That one was fun.
Yeah, nice short one.
Yeah. Albums need to be shorter, Too many 56-minute albums. Let's do 42-minute albums, Who's got all the time?
You should listen to more pop punk. There's a lot of 20-minute albums.
I'm okay. I think I'm only
Throw
going
on some
to...
Joyce Manor.
I'm going to only listen to ethereal vibe music from now on and then complain about 12-minute songs. I can have it both ways. These are birds that are white beneath and gray on top of their body, or brown. How big is one?
I'm going to say they're 1 foot tall.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're about a foot long. How long is their wingspan? Or wide is their wingspan?
2 feet.
It's about 27 inches. I'll give you the point for that. How much do they weigh?
I'll say they weigh... half a pound.
How much is a pound?
Pound is it 16 ounces? How many ounces in a pound?
That's a really good question, but I will tell you it's about 6 to 7 ounces, so certainly less than a pound. We know that much. Where can they be?
It is 16 ounces, so
Okay.
That is close to half a pound. I think that...
Close enough.
Wow, this is, I think, the best I've maybe ever done.
It really is. Here's your favorite question. Where can they be found?
Oh, probably Fiji, I think.
That is correct. They can be found throughout the southern part of the Pacific Ocean, which of course includes Fiji. And what do they eat?
Do they eat, like bugs?
No, Thomas, they're seabirds. Guess again.
Do they eat sea bugs? They don't eat... There's no bugs in the
doing
water.
so
This guy's
well.
trying to tell me there's no... You've never seen...
You know what?
No, do they eat fish?
They eat fish. Although, I will say, on the article it said, not much is known about their diet, but it's suspected that they eat
So you
fish and
don't know, is
cephalopods
what-
and whatever. I guess cephalopods
See, yeah,
are
if there's one thing I know about
seabugs.
seabirds, it's that they never go back to land.
Yeah, exactly.
You never see a seagull on land.
No, why would you? Are their breeding periods long or short?
I'm going to say short.
No, they're actually long. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Are they monogamous or are they polyamorous?
Polyamorous.
You were doing so well. They are monogamous, forming
They're,
long-time
they're
bonds.
monogamous?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good for them. I love that for them.
I mean, you have a long breeding period with somebody. Why would you want to find somebody else? You know? That's their mindset.
That's true. You're already putting a lot of effort into the session or into the period, so...
How many pair of these birds existed in the early 1990s?
Okay, can you repeat the question?
How many pairs of these birds existed in the early 1990s?
How many pairs?
Yes. Because remember, they're monogamous.
1 million pairs.
Try significantly less hard.
100 pairs.
Close enough. It's fewer than 250.
Hey, you know what? That is true. That is fewer than 250.
Numbers have luckily gone up since then, but they do still have some threats. What are their threats? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are listed on the Wikipedia article.
This is too much. This is too many questions about this bird.
This is the last one, except for the one that I ask at the end every time. It's a bird. What do you think attacks these birds?
Humans,
No.
environmental problems.
A wildfire. I'll give you a point for that.
Okay. Predators.
Yeah, what are some?
Cats. I don't know.
Cat's number 1. What else? Rhymes with cats.
No.
Rhymes with cats.
Bats.
Bats without the wings.
Rats.
There we go.
You're getting taken out by rats. Have some self-respect,
Honestly.
birds. You can fly.
The next one, I did a school project on this animal in the 5th grade.
Okay.
That's a great hint. I don't know why you are not getting this.
The only animal that I associate with you is giant anteaters, so I don't know that's... I know what they eat, and it's not birds, so...
Certainly. It's actually foxes. Of course, I did a project on red foxes in the 5th grade. Next up, it's an animal that lives in my home, and it's not a cat, because you already said cats. Dogs, yep.
Gene, stop eating the birds.
You already said wildfire. Oh, this one is like a big oopsie from the birds. They're like, oops, whoops, egg fell.
Oh, are they like accidentally knocking their nests out of?
Yeah.
Stuff?
Occasionally their eggs will accidentally break for various reasons. I believe a big reason is where they do in fact put their nests, which is like a very precarious perch on a ledge or maybe a branch. And the final one is the name of a Charlie Chaplin movie. That's a great hint.
Is it the general threats?
It's city lights. They'll fly into the lights in the city and whatever this one island
Oh,
is.
no,
Yeah.
birds. These are the weakest birds of all time.
So where do you think they rank on the IUCN Red List?
Oh, I mean, they gotta be, like, endangered.
Not quite, but they are very upset to how close to extinction they are, which is the level right below endangered.
Bummer. So, but apparently it's better than it was.
It's better than it was, but it's still not great. Okay, let's talk about this tribal council.
Yeah.
Kendra talks about building trust. Sifu talks about having a sense it will be him because he's a threat. Is he a threat?
Yeah, this is the thing, is like, they didn't want to do the hard thing and go after the threat, so they did the easy thing. He's the easy vote.
Yeah.
He's not a threat.
Sifu says, loyalty, moving forward, strong, meat shield. It was just like listing your skills on your resume. Loyalty, moving forward,
meat
strong,
shield.
meat shield. So they vote. Bruce does not play his idol, which we were all surprised by. He gets 1 vote. Sifu gets another vote. And then 3 more. So he gets all 4 votes.
Missed their shot. They could have taken the shot there.
They could have taken the shot, but they didn't because we hate Sifu, apparently.
Yeah, it seems like nobody likes him. That's also an issue. It's hard to move forward when you're, not well liked. And easier to vote out than Bruce, who's also not well liked.
It's hard to move forward, loyalty, strong, meat shield when you're Sifu. They talk on the second tribal council about bonding and not being... Oh, bonding. That's a different thing. They talk about bonding and not being robots. Loved this. We complain about game bots all the time. Nobody's a robot in this game anymore. Caleb talks about taking a step back. They vote. Caleb gets 4 votes. Julie gets 2 votes. There were 6 people at that tribal council.
Yep.
All right, whatever.
Because it was gonna be a 3-3 tie if Jake's plan went into effect.
That's right. Yes, of course.
How did you not know that? It was your plan.
I have a lot of plans, actually. I'm constantly thinking up new plans. Thomas, last week you had won 32 points, and I was far behind with 23. Let's see. At the merge, you said Caleb would survive to the finale. What? Can you remind me what happened to Caleb this episode?
Oh, I should have. I should have. I think the rule at this point for me should be not to pick people because I like them for the merge. It never ends well.
Yeah. I picked D, who of course did in fact win immunity, which means she survived this episode, so I got a point for that. For the reward, you said they would receive cookies, and I, stealing your thunder, said they would bring tacos to this picnic, and they did indeed, so I got a point for that. You said Drew would win immunity. No, sorry, reward, I said Emily would win. Neither of them did. We both got immunity wrong. You said Caleb, I said Sifu. We both got that wrong. You said Julie would be voted out. She did get a couple votes, but not enough to get voted out. I said Caleb would get voted out. Got a point for that.
This really was like a direct confrontation on many levels. Like the person you picked directly orchestrated the person that I picked getting voted out, and it came down to our immunity picks. So, our final tribal picks. So it's interesting. I was thinking with the way that this played out, the funniest possible outcome for me having the giant lead at the beginning of this is for me to blow it and for you to win, and so that's definitely going to happen.
I think that was my initial hope when I gave you those 10 points last summer, but then promptly forgot about it, because why would I remember something like that? But yeah, I'm really hoping that's what happens too, because that would be very funny.
It certainly is trending that way.
Trending. Does Blue Sky have trending topics yet?
I don't think so.
They got to get on that. So now you have, of course, last week you had 32. I had 23. This week I have 26, and you have, 32. Huh.
You love to get 0 points on a week. That's always good.
Of course, you picked Caleb at the merge, so no more points for you for that. I'll continue to get points with D.
Yeah, at least he's on the jury. Good for you, Caleb, getting on the jury.
God. We didn't even get into that. That's so stupid. Just separate.
Sifu should be on the jury. It's fucking
Sifu should be
bullshit.
on the
This
jury,
is, by the way, this was another reason they should have voted Bruce off. You do not want him on the jury. What are you doing?
Oh my God, that's a really good point. Yeah. Okay, so what will the reward be at this next? Oh, you know what the reward challenge is going to be, actually? It's been 15 seasons
it's
since
the
we
auction.
faced one. Yep.
Yes, the
Auction's
auction is back.
So what do you see in the auction?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of different options for that potentially.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're going to repeat past stuff or they're going to do new stuff. I bet there's pizza. There's usually pizza at the auction.
I'm going to say burger. There's usually a burger at the...
burger's pretty common. I was thinking maybe spaghetti because they've definitely done that before.
Okay, what... I mean, this is going to be hard with the auction because we haven't had an auction since we've covered live
speaking of pizza, by the way, Caleb didn't get the Survivor pizza.
Damn it.
I'm heartbroken.
Well, luckily he's going to...
Or was it him or was it Brando that wanted the Survivor pizza?
I thought it was Austin, honestly.
Oh, it is Austin? Okay, well, the dream is still alive then.
Yeah. So we haven't...
Austin wants the sandwich that he was denied.
Exactly. Oh, my God. I hope there's a sandwich for Austin to bid on. I hope he bids all 500 fire tokens for his sandwich.
Would be awesome.
So I guess with the auction being who will get reward, I guess who's going to get something at the auction? That's basically just a free point, probably, because who's not going to get something at the auction, right? Who's going to
It's true, yes.
bid on something and receive that item, you know? Because sometimes they'll, like, share the item. Remember? With the cookies with Randy and Gabon.
Austin will be getting something at the auction.
Love it.
Call him Auction Austin.
Auction
Because he's
Austin.
going to be bidding.
Stone Cold Steve Auction. And I'm going to say Emily gets something at the auction. Emily auction.
Okay.
Who's winning immunity?
It's a good question. I'm going to say Jake.
Let's go. Even though he passes out every episode.
Yeah, that's it's a good point.
This week's challenge is who can pass out first. So do you want to pick somebody other than Jake? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, I'll pick Kelly.
That's a solid pick. I'm going to pick... I hate to do it, but I'm going to pick Brunkle Bruce.
He certainly is capable of it, so...
Who is getting voted out?
I think they're too cowardly to vote Bruce out.
Yeah. Well, he's got that idol, and he's
Did
winning
you like that they
immunity.
teased a women's alliance? I bet that's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, it always does. And it is always successful.
Yeah, it always works. I'm going to say Drew. I'm going to say Drew gets taken out.
Wow, I would be surprised. I'm going to say Julie. I feel like this is always my strategy, and who gets voted out is like, who almost had the target on them this week? Because it's probably going to be them next week. And it works. Maybe
It's hard to say with the small tribals, though. Like, that's the thing that I hate about them is that they, like, throw everything off.
Well, there's nowhere to hide.
Because it's a smaller group.
Isn't that exciting, though? There's nowhere to hide.
I mean, not really.
Okay. Can you tell us what this week's title for the Quopes quiz is?
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people you can call me your majesty.
Choose. I can totally guess your zodiac element based on the animals you're drawn to.
There's no way.
Oh, this is a good one. I like this.
There's no way water signs aren't choosing at least one turtle. From Lady Emerald, community contributor, and her picture is the mean witch from Wizard of Oz. What's her name? Elphaba?
Yeah, I think so.
Glinda the good witch, Elphaba the evil witch. 43,835 points. This better be fucking good, Lady A. Choose an animal. Duck, horse, meerkat, hedgehog.
Bro, you know I'm picking a duck.
I didn't know that. You're really into ducks?
Well, you know that now. Well, I like ducks. These are all fine animals, but I like ducks.
I'm going to pick horse. Choose an animal. Flamingo, gorilla, lion, dolphin.
Gotta go with the gorilla for this one. Although I was tempted to pick flamingo.
I mean, flamingos are great. What's wrong with flamingo? Absolutely nothing. I'm going to pick lion. I'm surprised you didn't pick a lion as you're a Leo.
I am a Leo, and also my boys, the Detroit Lions, are playing later today.
Let's go. Who are they playing?
But you know, the San Diego Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers. They'll always be the San Diego Chargers.
Let me get this right. You can't steal signs, but you can steal kneecaps?
Yeah, you can bite them right off.
Wow.
They'll let you do it.
Can you read the next one?
Choose an animal: deer, sloth, otter, polar bear. I don't like that they put two no-brainers in one. Honestly, three no-brainers, because polar bear is also very cool.
How did the polar bears get
but
on
I
the
gotta go
island,
sloth.
though? They never explained that. Lost
That's
Island?
good. Yeah. Anyway, deer. Guys, where are we? That's what I thought when I saw the animals for this. But deer, sloth, otter, polar bear. I'm going sloth.
I knew you were going to pick sloth. I'm going to pick otter. Did you know they hold hands while they sleep? Isn't that cute?
It is very cute. Otters, if it was up against almost anything else, I would have picked otter.
Yeah. Choose an animal: squirrel, wolf, manatee, zebra.
Zebra.
I'm going to pick a manatee. Here's a funny joke you could say. Oh, the huge manatee. You could say that at a zoo, maybe. Remind everybody of that crash.
Yeah, that'd be like the Hindenburg.
Yeah, remember the Hindenburg, you guys? This is like that. What's next?
Very disrespectful that you don't remember the Hindenburg.
Can you read the next one?
Choose an animal: badger, pig, cat, hummingbird.
I'm going to say what my dad always says whenever we watch Wisconsin game. Badgers. We don't need no stinking badgers.
Yep, I have heard your dad say this so many times.
Every single time. It's a great joke.
That is a Thom Scheidel classic.
Man, it's really tough between pig and cat for me. You know what's a good idea for a children's book, Thomas?
What's that?
An alligator, pig, best friends.
That's, you know what? Alligator, pig, best friends? I think that's money right there.
I don't know why anybody hasn't written it yet. You know, I'm going to have to go with the pig. Pigs are good.
Yeah, like Babe.
Babe, Pig in the Big City. What did you pick?
I'm going to go... I'm torn between cat and hummingbird on this one, but I'm going to go hummingbird. I like cats, but they're... when you see a hummingbird, it's always an event.
Yeah, that's so true. I love hummingbirds. I generally don't care for birds. Obviously, that dumbass bird that flies into the city lights, idiot. You deserve to die.
Yeah, not that stupid bird. You would never catch a hummingbird doing
No,
that.
hummingbirds are so cool, though. My grandparents had like hummingbird feeders out in their front porch when we were growing up, so we would always see hummingbirds at their house. So that was pretty cool. Maybe I'll get a hummingbird feeder for my own home now that I'm an adult. Choose an animal. Got giant panda, giraffe, tiger, rabbit. Well, I'm certainly not picking a rabbit. Fuck those guys. Why do they poop so much?
You can't put a boring animal up against way more interesting animals.
Like three of the coolest animals.
Pandas are cute, but they're also like very weird and pathetic animals.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pick them. I think I'm going tiger on this one.
I was between tiger and giraffe personally, and I feel like I relate more to a giraffe than a tiger because I love to eat leaves.
Because you're so tall.
I'm not. I know people love to tell me how tall I am, but I'm actually not as tall as a giraffe. And I know people love to talk about how tall I am, but
I've never seen you and a giraffe in the same room together, so it's impossible to verify.
Okay, what do we have next? Chameleon, goat, seal, toucan. The singer?
Why are they, like, there are so many of these that they could put these in different categories and I wouldn't have to choose between them. Goat is out immediately.
Wow, really?
The other three, yes, the other three are really strong, but I gotta go seals. Seals are the dogs of the sea and I love them.
Yeah. I do love a seal as well, but I gotta go with goats. Goats are fucking funny.
It's crazy that you would pick them over a chameleon or a toucan or a seal.
Chameleons are weird. I think they're kind of funny. Toucans, beak too big. Good.
But it looks so nice. It's a nice looking big beak. What's wrong with that?
Choose an animal, Thomas. Elephant, red panda, dog, macaw. Damn.
If this were if we're on this, it would be elephant, no brainer. I know that for a fact. I also really like elephants.
I also love elephants.
So I think it's between that and the red panda for me.
Red pandas are great too. Great red panda exhibit at the Sin City Zoo.
Yeah, I'm going red panda on this one. No offense to elephants. They would win most categories.
For me, it's between elephant and dog. I love my dog. I love all dogs.
So the viewers or the listeners can't. If they were viewers, they could. The listeners can't see this, but it's actually a picture of Jean that's there for the dog.
I wish.
And I was like, ew, no. And I acted like I smelled something bad, and then I held my nose and I picked something else.
You want to hear how dumb my dog is?
Sure.
I was walking her this morning. We just walked around the block, and like 50 feet from our home, she turned around and saw me and got so excited she jumped on me like she didn't know I had been with her the entire time. Like, who did you think was here with you?
You saw me like just now, like very shortly before this.
You know, the more I think about it, the more I gotta go with elephant. I love a dog, but I mean, elephants they're their own thing. Here we go.
Choose an animal: fox, penguin, hamster, frog. Penguin, obviously.
Fox, obviously. Foxes are so cool.
You did do that report on them.
I did. Thank you for remembering.
I'm sorry that you love that they kill all those birds.
To be fair, those birds had it coming, and the foxes do need to eat.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I hate to say that about a near endangered species, but they're really not making it easy on themselves.
This next one is so good. Swan, orangutan, koala, cheetah.
Not swans, fuck
Yeah,
them.
swans fucking
the
suck.
other three, though, all strong contenders.
Yeah.
I'm going orangutan, though, because they're just guys.
They're just guys. They're just there to hang out.
They're just chill dudes.
And this is, of course, Survivor 45, so you got to remember the chimp in chief. I would love to nap with a cheetah. That sounds so fun, and napping with a koala would give me syphilis, so I'd rather not. But cheetahs are just so good. Big cats the size of big dogs.
Yep, and they don't roar. They just make regular cat sounds, which is really funny.
That's good. Okay, up next we got some randos. Ferret, rhino, lemur, donkey.
I'm going rhino on this one.
Yeah, like the rest of them are weird.
I like lemurs, but yeah.
Lemur was the only one that was even a consideration for me.
Those are some cute donkeys there, but yeah, I'm not picking donkeys.
Yeah, donkeys. I don't like how the noises they make, I think.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
They're very loud.
Yeah. Be normal like a horse. Okay, here we go.
All right. Choose an animal: octopus, raccoon, crow, cow. Very similar animals if you just look at how it's spelled.
And if you think about their memories and their ability to speak.
That's true. Do crows have friends? Because cows have best friends, which is also nice.
Yeah, crows, you can develop a friendship with a crow.
Well, yeah, humans can be friends with crows. That's pretty sick. And then they'll attack people for you.
Yeah, does that not answer your question?
I suppose it does.
You said cows have friends. Do crows have friends? I said, yeah. You said, yeah. Like that was wrong.
These are all four of these
top-notch animals.
very fun animals. I'm going octopus.
I gotta go octopus too. My octopus teacher, every one of them.
Oh, and wouldn't you know it, they fucking finally got it right.
Oh, you did?
They said I'm a fire sign. You're an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Correct. I am one of those three.
Mine says you're an air sign, you're a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. You're always looking for your next adventure and nothing can tie you down. Well, that's wrong, actually. I'm a water sign. It just happens that you pick the water animals that I'm not into, ducks and swans. I picked the cool one, the octopus. But, like, I don't know. There's other cool stuff in the sea.
Yeah. It's not just octopus down there. There's other things,
There's
too.
other stuff down there. Like a water elephant. Is that a thing? It should be. Giraffe, great animal. So, sorry, Lady Emerald, you actually picked wrong. And I'm a water sign that says there's no way water signs aren't choosing at least one turtle. There wasn't even one turtle as an option.
Yeah, it's false advertising is what they should have called this.
I would have picked a turtle every single time. I would have picked a tortoise every single time. But no, not given that option. It had 205 fails, 96 wins. Great stuff. Okay, let's see. What's next? After the Quopes quiz, we have the end. Thomas, what's your blue sky?
You can follow me at tom.tom.bsky.social.
The show's on Blue Sky too. It's Only Fun Survivor Pod at bsky.social. Or on YouTube, the Only Fun Survivor Podcast. Thomas, what can people comment on our YouTube videos?
Ha ha ha, very funny smiley face.
That's so simple to understand, isn't it? Well, I'm happy to report we did get a couple comments this week on our videos. First,
you sound happy about it.
Well, of course. Why wouldn't I be happy? We love the comments. We love the community. We love all of the listeners, right? Do you want to thank the listeners for listening?
I would love to thank the listeners. Thank you for listening.
So first, on last week's episode, somebody wrote, not ha ha ha, very funny smiley face. They wrote, I'm ready for another all-winners season, or a past winners versus past first-out season would be cool.
Okay, well, you know what? Look, I'll say they didn't follow our directions, which is unfortunate. But they did actually say something about what we were talking about, and that's not so bad.
I appreciate that.
They didn't ridicule us. They had an opinion about Survivor. That's not the worst thing in the world.
They weren't annoyed with us, and they weren't trying to write promo for some spam bot. So that's good. Then in our promo clip, I clipped out 45 seconds of us talking about how hot D is with her big toes. And somebody wrote, people be simping for D when the legend Morgan McLeod exists. Do you remember her?
It's, you know what? I gotta agree with this.
You love Morgan McLeod. Would you say hottest contestant ever?
What season was Morgan on?
She was on one of the Blood versus Beauty versus Brawn seasons. That's not what they're called. Beauty versus Brains versus Brawn.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm seeing some pictures. This is an attractive lady.
There we go.
So, you know what? I think all women are beautiful. That's my answer.
We also had a poll last week where we asked, would you rather have $1 or $1 million? And somebody asked,
did people vote on that?
They did.
I hope they did.
We got a number of votes.
I want to know what people think.
Somebody asked, what am I going to buy with $1? And
Yeah, you buy anything.
I responded, up to you.
Yeah, it's not my job to tell you what to do with your dollar.
Yeah, it's your money. And you want it now. 73% of people who voted for $1 million. Can you believe it?
That's good. Yeah, they're on the right side of history on this one.
Do we have a new question for people this week? We did so well on our poll last week.
It's going to be tough to beat that one.
Here's
Man,
one. Would you rather, Winners at War, speaking of, would you rather have $2 million or $2?
Yeah, I think that's got to be it.
That's got to be it. We have a few shows on Patreon as well.
You could do that, or there's so many great. I would like this to be a theme for our polls. Would you rather win Survivor or get medically evacuated on the first day?
Would you rather win Survivor or quit Survivor?
Yeah,
that's what we should have put up when all those people were quitting at the beginning of the season. Okay, we have a few shows on Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/justpodcast. We have a few tiers there. Thomas, do you want to talk about any of them?
I suppose so.
Tom's typing in the URL to figure out which shows we actually have there.
Damn, I'm losing my voice.
Too many podcasts.
Too many yeah, it's all these damn podcasts. I gotta go. I mean, I think I may have even done this last week, but Teal Time, baby. The Detroit Pistons are in season, and I want you to pay me to complain about them.
Yes. We're not getting paid to complain about Survivor. except in YouTube comments, which is wonderful, and thank you, and continue. Ha ha ha, very funny, smiley face. But yeah, I really want to talk about
Isn't that like the ultimate? That's the dream, right? Is making a living by complaining. Like, what could be better than that?
It's what we're all trying to do here in this forum, podcasting. We already thanked the fans, of course. If you want to leave a review on Apple Podcasts, or even on YouTube, or on X, if you want to just write this, you can do that. Thomas, what's the review?
Yeah, I've heard that's an everything app. This is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
It's literally all you have to write. And then we'll be so happy. We'll say, oh, thank you to Bruce. I should have picked a name that isn't on the season. Thank you to James Addiction for giving us 5 stars. Thank you to Chase and Jason for giving us 5 stars. Thank you to Chust Chandler for giving us 5 stars. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Chess Chandler.
All right. Well, you know, it's November now. Wake me up when November ends, whatever Gorillaz said. And until next week, we'll say have a great summer.
Deuces.
Bells are chiming for victory. There's a page back in history. 45. They came back to the world that they fought for. Didn't turn out just like they thought. 45. Here is a song to sing. To do the measuring. What do you lose? What do you gain?
These people all have eyes. You can't just be like, no, like I don't want. You can't look over here. That doesn't seem
that's
fair.
The thing too. Well, this is the thing too. Is like college football, like the pros, they just have they have speakers in the helmets that they can communicate from the sidelines, you know, directly to their signal callers on the field. And they could do that tomorrow in college football if they actually wanted to. But coaches like being able to steal signs. Like,
that's fun.
So, yeah, the whole thing is very like it's the whole thing's very stupid.
Yeah, I think.
But Connor Stallions is a hilarious person. I think that's the one good thing that we got out of this is that Connor Stallions is a weird idiot, and we got some very funny things.
Great name.
Oh, an incredible name.
And I love that he went to Central to scout state.
Well, hold on, Jake. That's unproven.
Oh, right. Of course.
It just happened. You don't know that wasn't Ed Norton.
Excuse me. I love that Central Michigan University got pulled into this story for whatever reason.
I like also that they've been like, yeah, we're looking into it. And then it did nothing since then.
I also love they were talking about the story on the Le Batard show, and they gave a shout out to Dan Lefevre.
Yes.
The legend of Lefevre lives on.
As well they should.
It's like,
I'm sure Dan got a call from his mom about that one.
What do you lose when it all goes through your head? I heard something peculiar said. Perhaps he's got a shot and now is dead. 45.
here we go, Thomas. Can you read the next ones?
Sorry, I have a very important text that I'm sending to my mother. This is to take you behind the curtain, listeners, about the brunch that I'm going to after this.
Thomas is going to brunch with his mother after this. That's why we're recording so early in the morning.
Okay, I've sent the text.
45. 45.
Smarten up, Probst.